What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? As I tweeted not too long, maybe like a few minutes ago, I guess I'm gonna do one of those, like a real quick Periscope here. So technically this is morning glory, so we'll see how this works out a little later. It's more like the lunch. Not really. It's only 9 a.m. here, so it kind of counts. Anyway, regardless. So of course, the biggest news of the day, the only news of the day so far, is Conor McGregor not retiring. Okay. Expected. Nobody bought for a second that he was retired. Not at all. Certainly not me. Excuse me. Especially not after all the shit that came out about him, about the the promo stuff, the money, all that. So he puts his statement out. He made a lot of good points. He's made the UFC plenty of money. He's done all this other shit for them. He's $400 million and all that. He makes good points, right? So it's gonna be right now. It's Conor McGregor trying to do what he wants to do, versus what the UFC wants and what is true about the fight game, which is you must promote your fight. That's how it's always been. Just like Dana White said, Muhammad Ali promoted his fights. Conor McGregor is no different. You know what I mean? He has to promote his fights too. So but reading the statement, I read it like 4 times now. By the way, the line that he used to shit on ESPN was fucking priceless. He says this. This is about a quarter way through his statement. He goes, sitting in a car on the way to some dump in Connecticut or somewhere to speak to Tim and Susie on the Nobody Gives a Fuck morning show did not give me this life. He should have brought this up before he got this unwarranted rematch. I agree. In fact, he shouldn't even have taken that fight. Look, and here's my point about this whole thing. How many people really, really want to see Diaz and McGregor 2? Very few. Very few. Conor was probably one of 10 people that gave a shit, right? This fight is now bigger. Because now it's not just, not just Conor versus Diaz anymore. It's Conor versus the UFC to get back in a fight with Diaz. So this has gone straight out WWE. Anyone that watched WWE back in the day, I don't know if they still do it now, but back in the day, Vince McMahon was a guy that was the bad guy, right? Everyone could focus on Vince McMahon being the bad guy, and that's how you would basically put someone over, make someone more popular. Well, this is happening now. The UFC is the bad guy. Conor McGregor is the guy that's being wronged or whatever, and he's gonna get his way. He's gonna get his way. They're gonna put him back on this card. This promotion, just a tweet and a Facebook post has done much more than $10 million of the UFC money and promotion will ever do. He was promoting the fight as his reason for the loss. That's the other. You know what? That's a good point. I thought about it for a second, but I didn't really think that through too much as far as a reason for losing. Kind of did. You're right. Saying that he wasn't able to train and he couldn't work on the cardio and all this other shit because he was promoting the fight. Okay, that's the game. And then I think at some point he goes, Nate, basically insinuating that Nate didn't have to do any of it. So him coming off a boat and after taking a shot of tequila and shit, him not having to promote helped him win the fight. It's basically what he's insinuating. No, it's not. All right, I'm pretty sure Nate Diaz would have loved to have a full camp to beat your ass. Okay, it's what it is. But he's it's kind of weird. He says that he's done handing out flyers and shit. He goes, I flew an entire team to Portugal and to Iceland to make my adjustments in preparation and fix my errors I made with the weight and the cardio prep. With the right adjustments and the right focus, I will finish what I started in the last fight. I will not do this if I am back on the road handing out flyers again. And again, he makes a decent point. He really does. And then, of course, it talks about how his team asked for a slight adjustment on the promotion and stuff like that, but it was denied. And he says, I must isolate myself now. I'm facing a taller, longer, and heavier man. I need to prepare correctly this time. I cannot dance for you this time. It is time for the other monkeys to dance. I've danced all the way here. Nate's little mush head looks good up on the stage these days. Stuff him in front of the camera for it. He came in with no shit to do that last one. I've already done press conferences and interviews and shot the ads before the RDA pulled out. Maybe I'll hit Cabo this time and score some shots pre-fight with no obligation. So Nate Diaz won because he didn't have to do media stuff. Shut the fuck up, Conor. Get the hell out of here. At the same time, I can't disagree with him too much. While the fight game is about promotion and all that, has he not done enough to maybe just one time get a little bit of leeway? Yes or no? Yes and no. He can go train on Mars. He's still gonna get choked out again. I'm with you, Mike. 100%. I agree. I think he's gonna be worse than last time. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's gonna be quicker. I'm saying he's gonna get beat up pretty bad first and then get choked out. But regardless, so it's weird now. So now Conor has a UFC by the balls pretty much. He's now the good guy in this. So how wrestling fans call it the face, whatever, baby face, whatever. And the UFC is the heel. They're the bad guys. They're the ones that are, they're the man. UFC, Conor's sticking it to the man. There's a lot of fighters that are on his side, and there's a lot of fighters that aren't. The ones that aren't, basically saying like, hey, that's the game, dude. What are you gonna do? And how come all of us have to do it? You should do it too. You think you get paid all this money. You don't think you get paid for promotion. You get paid all this money and all that. And he, people that are on his side say, hey, he's got a good point. Get paid, but you also have to train to fight well. Now you're gonna train and then lose and then still get paid. So yeah, this is my 2 cents on this. It's weird. I'm sure more will come out the rest of the day. I can't wait to see what the UFC response is going to be, what they're going to do. Personally, I think they're going to just cave in, just because they definitely want that fucking the main event to stay together for UFC 200. But I don't know. We'll figure something out. Anyway, all right. That's gonna be it. Might do something today. It'll probably be solo. I was trying to get Keyboard Warriors, but schedules don't fit right now. So we'll announce whenever that actually goes down. Tomorrow we'll have a UFC 197 pre-fight show. Yeah, and myself and Jesse, and then we'll go from there. Keep announcing shit and whatnot. But again, Conor McGregor not retired, like we all said, not retired. All right, Mike, have a good one. Thanks for watching. Anyone else that watches this, appreciate it. And crosswinsmma.com, hit it up. See you guys later.